Okay, so we have an urgent breaking news coming out. Do me a favor and share this video. Once again, thank you so much for your support. US Commander-in-Chief urges 15 million, approximately 15 million to evacuate Iran's capital city. That's a big number. And look at this one here. So US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, as well as other administration officials and accounts, are reposting the statement earlier by US Commander-in-Chief, which called for the evacuation of Iranian capital of Tehran. Now, this is what Donald said. Listen up. Iran should have signed the deal. I told them to sign. What a shame. A waste of human life. Simply stated, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I said it over and over again. Everyone should immediately evacuate the region. Oh man, this doesn't sound good here. First of all, let's stop here for a second. He mentioned that what a shame, a waste of human, you know what? Is he going to push a button? So he's telling everyone there, you better get out of Dodge. You better leave now. I mean, we're talking about what, 9.7 up to 16 million who out there. And I did post a video, this bumper to bumper traffic jam going on there. People's trying to leave Iranian capital. Wow, so this is a big breaking news here, guys. We're going to get to all this news before I start. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Look at this one here. U.S. Commander-in-Chief leaving G7 summit day early due to the Mid-East crisis. So he's leaving the G7. That goes to tell you something big is about to go down. Wow. We will talk more about this over my live stream tonight in this channel. A White House official told the news that U.S. Commander-in-Chief posed on Truth Social earlier, telling many out there to leave Dodge, reflecting the urgency of the need for Persia to come to the negotiating table with VP leader Vance, JD Vance, chairman of Joint Chief of Staff Dan, and other top aides seen gathering earlier today at the White House. I told you we were gonna get involved. Man. Donald said Persia cannot have a nuclear. You gotta leave now. You gotta go. You gotta get out. Man. Wow. You got prisoner escaping. Prisoners are escaping, or they might be letting them go. They probably let him go or something. Prisoner escaped from the capital Persia prison. Unconfirmed report indicate that they have fled from a prison facility. Once again, guys, I want to bring this up. We're gonna talk more about Donald's message. Persia fires 10 ballistic at Holy Land, all intercepted or fell in open areas. Okay, let's go with this news really quick. All right, so let's go with this one here. Please share the video. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. U.S. Commander-in-Chief urges all of Tehran to evacuate immediately in a new social post, media post. Now, this is the number here. This is the population, all right? Tehran population is approximately 9.7 million in the city proper and 16.8 million in the greater metropolitan area, according to, and I'm gonna skip all that. So basically, it's from 9 to 15 million out there. I mean, you're gonna tell all of them to leave? How much time are you giving them, Donald? How much time are you giving them? They put out a no travel warning, and they told the sleeping giant citizens out there to seek for shelter. All right, so Holy Land struck Persia state-run television station Monday during a live broadcast, forcing a reporter to run off camera. So we already know this here. In other developments, Prime Minister Benjamin said that the Holy Land has strike have set Persia's nuclear program back a very, very long time. All right, so give me a second here. So it says Holy Land warned hundreds of thousands in the middle of Persia capital to evacuate ahead of the. We already know that. So give me a second here, guys. I'm just trying to find the information here. Donald putting out his message. Later Monday, Donald posted on social media site an ominous message calling for the immediate evacuation of Persia capital. He made a post while in Canada attending the G7 summit. So he's coming back to the White House. Donald has repeatedly said, and said more than once during the day, that Persia cannot have a nuclear equipment. He emphasized that again in his post, writing, Persia cannot have a nuclear equipment, adding that Persia should have signed the deal. They should have signed the deal. He told it to sign to prevent what he said was a shame and waste of, you know what, referring to Holy Land strike last week. Now, Donald ended the post with everyone should immediately evacuate Persia capital. Persia capital is home to around 9.5 million. Earlier Monday, Holy Land military issued an evacuation warning affecting up to 330,000 in a part of central Persia that includes the country's state TV and the police headquarters, as well as 3 large hospitals, including one owned by Persia Paramilitary Revolutionary Guard. The military has issued similar evacuation warnings for civilians in parts of the Strip and Lebanon ahead of strikes. The state-run television abruptly stopped a live broadcast after the station was impacted, according to Persia's state-run news agency. While on the air, Persia state television reporter said the audio was filling with dust after the sound of aggression against the homeland. Suddenly, an explosion occurred, cutting the screen behind her as she hurried off camera. The broadcast quickly switched to pre-recording programs. The station later said its building was impacted by 4 bombs. Man, this is where we at, guys. An anchor said on air that a few colleagues have been impacted, but their families should not be worried. The network said its live program were transferred to another studio. Alright, so we're going to skip a lot of this stuff here. Alright, so now it's going to another story. We already talked about this. Let me take you back on X and see if we can find any more information here. Once again, do me a favor and share this video. I want to take you to Donald canceling the G7. That's very important stuff there. Donald leaving G7 summit day early due to Mideast crisis. So the U.S. Commander-in-Chief will leave a group of 7 summit Monday night, a day early, due to the Holy Land Persia War, the White House said, after he warned the resident of Persia capital to flee. Because of what's going on in the Mideast, the U.S. Commander-in-Chief will be leaving tonight after dinner with heads of state. So he's taking some very important people with him. All right, so he's taking a VP. He's taking some very important people with him. This goes to tell you that whenever you see VP and the Commander-in-Chief together, that's some very important stuff. Usually, they're not together. Breaking news, breaking news. No. The U.S. Commander-in-Chief has ordered the National Guard Security Council to be prepared and assemble in the Situation Room as he departs the G7 and will arrive in Washington, D.C. tonight. Oh, boy. This could be the tipping point. Even France is coming out. France President Emmanuel Macron said Americans have made offer to meet with Persia. Now they will see what happens. I'm thinking about the bases out there. I'm thinking about the Sleeping Giant soldiers. This is not looking good. Look at this. Everybody's talking about it. Update. The Commander-in-Chief has told the National Security Council to be at the White House Situation Room when he arrives tonight. That will be at 2 or 3 a.m. at the earliest. I truly apologize about that name there. Guys, stop using the Lord name in vain. Someone said U.S. Commander-in-Chief is now moving into bunkers. He's not moving into bunkers, guys. He's not moving into bunkers. But we do have some breaking news coming out. We do have some breaking news coming out. Warning, warning, warning. Breaking news. Top CT-29 U.S. nuclear sniffer plane is in the air. A WC-135R Constant Phoenix has just taken off from Omaha, home of U.S. Strategic Command, and is now flying unusual orbit over the northern U.S. We have some nuke sniffer in the air. This is not a routine. The Constant Phoenix is used to detect nuclear detonation and track radioactive fallout in the atmosphere. It only flies under serious circumstances like a nuclear test, reactor breach, or suspected atomic strike, with, again, Holy Land strike on Persia nuclear site. Persia retaliation warning. U.S. tanker surge to the region. And now a nuclear detection aircraft airborne. We may be witnessing preparation for or response to a nuclear event. There you go. That's the nuke sniffer. Once again, please share the video, guys. And no, the Commander-in-Chief is not heading to a bunker, guys. Please be careful with all those people out there that's putting out all this Looney Tunes information. Breaking news, breaking news. Massive traffic in Persia capital. Massive traffic in Persia capital as millions attempt to flee the city. Oh, man. Wow. Guys, if this is your first time, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I will bring you all the information, all the breaking news. Make sure you hit that like button. Boy, oh boy. Fox News reports that Donna has requested that the National Security Council be in the Situation Room when he arrives at the White House later tonight. Breaking news, breaking news. Now we have warning from Persia. Persia is putting out their warnings. Breaking news. Persia military issues warning of targeted strike on Holy Land, urges evacuation. So once again, you have the Persian military aerospace force has issued a public warning declaring that it will carry out strike on Holy Land territory in the coming hours. The message states that any city, facility, or center within the occupied territories is now considered a legitimate target in response to what it calls Holy Land aggression against the, notice urges immediate evacuations of cities. So please be prepared spiritually, physically, and mentally. Okay, guys, I'm going to end it right here. I will keep you updated with this news. If you can, please share it. And I am posting videos on my other channels, so I'm going back and forth on this one here when it comes to putting all the information. So again, do me a favor, if this is your first time, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. More importantly, please hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, Louis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.